Hey guys. So, can you see me and hear me? There's a bit of a delay, so I'll have to wait for that. Yeah, seeing and hearing me okay? The hearing part's important. I mean, my things all show it's working, but you never know. Don't do this too often. Awesome. Okay. So we're trying a new streaming setup today. I have my normal camera hooked up using HDMI and an HDMI capture card, and that's in full 60 frames per second. And then I'm using my good microphone, and then I actually have this top guy here, which is for like board shots and stuff like that. And then I even have a little USB webcam over here, which, well, I can give you close-ups and stuff like that. I have all kinds of screens going on around me, so I have to remember to watch into the camera. If I don't, just tell me, hey, look into the camera, man. But yeah, I'm hoping this will... I've been testing this in the afternoon, and I hope this will stay working. But it's been doing very well so far. Sharp and bright. IKEA pannen onderzetten, yup. They are ideal soldering surfaces because they, well, they don't catch fire. Yeah, so I'll be looking left and right while doing this. I want to give it another 3 minutes, and then we'll talk about the topics I have. Well, we actually have two. Well, I have two projects I can work on during the stream, and we're going to choose which one it's going to be. There's one I want to work on, and then there's one that I should work on. But I'll tell you more about that in a minute. Just want to give it until the whole hour to actually mention those. Yeah, nope, shouldn't give you news yet. Hold on. Guess we just have to chit chat. You haven't missed anything yet, Charlie. We're starting in 2 minutes, but I just couldn't wait and push the live button. Just had to make some notes there. You hear me? Nice. Good. "30 people. Welcome, everyone. Make sure to join the chat. This is supposed to be like an interactive thing, and if you guys aren't saying anything, I don't know what to talk about. So, it's just going to be really boring, some guy soldering on the internet. Hi, Lezek Jaheo. I probably really butchered that. Sorry. Okay, well, it's 8 o'clock, so I guess I should start some of the content. Where do you order PCBs? I either use dirty PCBs or PCBWay. I've had some from JLC PCB, but I just like the other two better, I guess. Which soundtrack is this? All the music you're hearing is from Approaching Nirvana. You should look him up on YouTube. So first thing, I guess some household mentions or whatever. Is this the right way around? Yes. So this is a new revision of the QuinLED-Dig-Uno. That's my 10-channel analog board. As you can see, it's now version 7. And the biggest changes is one that's not on screen right now. No, other way around. There we go. It's that I replaced those pesky little diodes that you had to solder and the order was unclear and stuff like that. And I made some cosmetic changes to the footprint of the temperature sensor and things like that. All the rest is still the same. Functionality is still the same. Power handling still the same. So just a small update I'll put on my website soon so you can order the new ones if you're ordering. And same for the quad. This one's even tinier. This one is now revision 6, which also has the giant diode on there, making soldering a bit easier. And I was able to optimize the layout a little bit. Yeah, so that's just some service announcements. Let me check the chat. Do you know when WLED will be in HA? Actually, Frank has given me some test builds, and I've been playing with that. I don't think I'll show it during the live stream because it's still a bit beta. But that's actually been working really well and allows you to just control the WLED modules like you would control most other modules in Home Assistant. So there is a GitHub page about it already, and it should be pushed with one of the Home Assistant updates really soon. But follow Frank. So follow, I believe his YouTube channel is called this. And he's also on Twitch. And otherwise you can find him on frank.tv, I believe. So follow him because he'll show you all the things. And once it's out, I'll do a dedicated video about it. But I'm waiting until it's actually released. Is it possible to make the boards with a DMX steering or address? I'm not quite sure what you mean with that, because the boards are talking over the network, so you need ArtNet or E131, and DMX is like a serial protocol, so then you'd have to use input pins for it or stuff like that, and I think that kind of defeats the purpose of having a Wi-Fi board, so thinking no. Hi there everyone, 41 people watching, nice, welcome. So, okay. I check the links for all the boards and all the components regularly, David. But sometimes it just, the sellers, they change the links, especially on Amazon. It's really hard. And I try to keep those up to date. But since I'm putting the new revisions on there soon anyway, I'll make sure to update the links that aren't working. Especially to AliExpress. That's my main supplier. But I'll try and make sure all the links are in order. So, what are we going to do tonight? Well, we have a choice between two things, and you guys get to pick. So, first off, this is the newest PCB for my QuinLED-Dig-Uno Pro. So that's basically this guy with some added features and safeties and stuff like that. And, well, this is the newest prototype. I have my old one here. Hold on. Can I reach that? Yep. Whoa. Once it's fully built, it's something like this. But it's the board I want to use to replace the boards I have currently in my home, which are also QuinLEDs, but, you know. So we can, well, work on this one because this is the newest prototype I got in this week. And I've still been a bit sick and stuff like that, so I haven't had time to do this yet. So we can either do that, or we can do something else. And that's, well, this little box. So this box is something my girlfriend gave me, and she's like, I bought this like for the cheap because it's all broken and stuff, but I want you to put lights in it. So what is it? Jesus. So it's a little Christmas showy thingy, and well, the guts are hanging out because it's like completely broken. And basically what she wants me to do is built-in custom LED lighting. So now it's up to you guys, and we're 44 people, so we should be able to get some kind of vote. Are we going to work on this for my girlfriend, integrating some digital LED strip and, I don't know, power supply, I guess, and a QuinLED board? Or are we going to solder the new QuinLED-Dig-Uno Pro, or at least the bottom side, because I don't have all the components yet. So, what should we do? Pro or Christmas? You guys choose. We'll give it about a minute. Both. I don't think we'll have time for both. Hey Dean, I hope you get your boards too, soon too. You'll get them. I mean, dirty PCBs is pretty good. But you should be okay with soldering. I made it so that most of the stuff is easily done. Even if you're a bit older. I mean, I'm starting to get old too, you know, so hey. Get some girlfriend points. Christmas, vote for girlfriend. Christmas. Okay, the votes are very one-sided in this case. Yeah, I kind of figured that. Both could be live stream fun. Just make it a Christmas special. Girlfriend thingy, girlfriend comes first. Okay, well, I don't think we'll need the full minute. I think that's pretty clear. So the features of the Pro, once I get it all working, we'll just discuss that, and then we'll move on to the Christmas project. So feature-wise, this thing, I should use the other board, I guess. This thing has a lot beefier terminals. So it makes it easier to connect wires and stuff like that. And second, it has an onboard, I'm not sure I can, there we go. An onboard DC-DC converter, kind of getting used to the camera still. Which will allow you, for instance, to feed the board with 24 or 36 volts for whatever your LEDs need. For instance, my LED strips all use 24 volt. And then you can use the onboard DC-DC converter for these two channels to output, for instance, 12 volt. So if you have multiple different lights with different voltages, you can still use a single power supply in a single board. It has fuse protection per channel. So if you hook this up for whole home lighting, as I'm intending to do, each channel has its own fuse. So, well, that just makes things a little bit safer. I really need to figure this camera out. There's some big caps on there to try and minimize power supply noise. I'm trying to integrate LAN. The last prototype, LAN didn't work yet, but maybe in the new one it will. And then on the back, I'm now using banks of level shifters to drive the MOSFETs even harder than on my other boards, so that, well, you can drive a higher amperage per port. And then there's reverse polarity input and output protection, and I think that's most of the features, really. Yeah, but if I get it working, those be some nice upgrades. Okay, well, enough about the Pro then, I guess. Let me put this away. Yeah, well, I can't tell her the Pro is needed for the Christmas box. I mean, there's no way that's going to fit in here. And I'd like to get everything in here if possible. Although I don't really know how I would do that power supply wise, so maybe we'll just leave the power supply externally. So, okay, let's take a look at this thing. Let's put it under the big camera. Yeah, let me read some comments real quick. Yeah, it took around 8 weeks. Oh, you got them yesterday. Okay, well, yeah, dirty PCBs can take a while. That's why I've been listing on PCBWay too, and especially using ePacket, which is still kind of affordable. I've been hearing good reports, especially to the US. So that's an alternative. I'll be listing the new Deca and Quad on there too, because they weren't up until now. And, well, they'll give you more choices. Got my Dig-Uno PCBs last week and already in place with WLED. Thanks for the detailed guide. Awesome. Oriolis? Am I saying that right? Oriolis? Hope so. So, Christmas ornament. I haven't really thought about how to do this yet. Okay. Can I show you? Yeah. So there's this little groove right here where the LEDs used to be, I guess. But I'm thinking I might just want to make some digital LEDs and then angle them inward a little bit so they don't shine out too much. And hopefully I can use these wires or easily replace them. Let's these wires. Can we see that? Yeah. So these wires are the stock wires, I guess. Let's see if we can replace those. And then, well, this is the inside. Yeah, that looks like enough room to add a board and use maybe the power connector that's on the back. And yeah. Let's see. Oh, well, there was a speaker in this thing, but I don't think we're going to need that. What's the power loss on the board itself? What board are we talking about? Let me get some snips. It's easy. My tools are my tools are right behind me. So let me snip off things to start with, because I don't think we're going to need this thing. I guess I should zoom out the camera a little bit because we're doing some bigger work. Hold on. I need to type and stuff, and bear with me here. So you've all been playing with WLED. I really love it. It's awesome. So let's see. Let's zoom out a little bit. Okay, that should be good, I think. Hey, Fribble? What's the power loss on the board itself, the Deca? There is no power loss, really. It's made to dim, but if you don't want to dim, it puts through 100% of the power per channel, so I'm not really sure what you're talking about power loss. It's pretty efficient because it's using PWM dimming, so... Okay, for the guys who just joined, we have this little Christmas ornament from my girlfriend, and she bought it broken for like $2. And basically, she wants to have pretty LED lights in it, and she's like, "You're like the LED guy, so you should be able to do that." So yeah, we're going to like retrofit this with a QuinLED-Dig-Uno. And I'm just trying to have to figure out how to get this under the camera, actually. So, let's see what wires we have. There's an on-off switch on here. Let's see. Can you see? Yeah, so there's an on-off switch there. And there's a standard, I think that's a standard terminal. Let me check. Of course I don't have one. Hold on, let me get some terminals. There we go. I've been using these DC barrel jacks a lot, and it actually turns out you can buy them in colors. Did you guys know that? So this is a blue one, for instance. Well, I guess I should show in this camera. So this is a barrel jack you can just insert 2 wires into. Like that. Screw terminals. And this one's blue. Normally they were always green. And I also have a red one. I guess we'll use red. No, yeah. It's Christmassy. So, is this a standard size? Oh, I got the wrong end. Oh, Jesus. Too bad you cut off the speaker. Should get that to play Last Christmas 24/7 and remove the off button. Might be an interesting mod. Is there a chance you could list in post or something all the options I should choose on dirty PCBs while ordering? Will be okay. Well, it depends on which board you're ordering. The QuinLED Quad and the QuinLED-Dig-Uno are 5x5, and I mostly make them 1.6 millimeters thick, and that's the only options you need to change. For the Deca or the merged PCBs, you need to make the size 10x10 instead of 5x5. And that's all the options you need to set. The rest is all done automatically. That's the weirdest headphone I ever seen. Okay. These are Hi-Fi Man HE350s, I believe. They were from Massdrop, I think. Yeah. Okay. Well, I wanted to see if this plug would fit. And that seems fine. So we can just wire it externally and keep the socket. And then have a 5-volt power supply externally. Cool. Okay. Let's see how this is wired up. Let's see. Wow, these are tiny wires. Guess there weren't many LEDs in here. Oh, more snipping to do. There we go. How's the music for everyone? Not too loud, not too soft. I made it so that when I say something, it basically fades away. Is that irritating? Is that okay? Yeah, oh, that's right, Kenneth. If you choose 2 OZ, you can run more amps through the board. But the 1 OZ option's most often enough for most people. I mean, not sure why this is here. More snipping. There we go. Okay. So we have red, green, and white. That's interesting. Let me get something we should always have. And that's a multimeter. Oh, cool, Eddie. I remember you. Nice. Well, then you should have experience with these tiny wires and getting them to go places they don't really want to go. Okay, let's see if a multimeter. No, I need to strip the wires. Are you defusing a bomb? Cut the red wire. Yeah? Yeah. That's a good one. So, red, white.
Odd isn't always bad.
What? My phone suddenly started talking. Go away, Google. Okay. Let me zoom out the camera a little bit more, because it's hard to get everything in the shot, because this thing is a bit big. See if that works. There we go. Okay. Mate is waiting. Yeah, I just want to know which wires are connected where. So let's do minus and... Okay, so minus is white. And it's not connected to anything else. Okay, positive. Positive isn't red. What? How does that work? Okay, so positive is green, and then if we turn it off, that's interesting. If you turn it off, it's still green. Let's try that again. Positive, red, nothing, white, nothing, green. Okay, let's turn it on. Positive, red. Huh. Still green. Okay, so So I don't know how that works. But why is it never on? Maybe that was the problem why they sold it so cheap. Huh. Okay, well, I guess the on-off switch isn't going to work. But we have an external barrel plug, so it shouldn't really matter. Red was the power to the music only. It could be, but it's never powered on. Red never responds, so I'm not sure what's going on. The negative is on the switch. We can try that. That could be. But then still positive would still have to do something. So let's see, negative. Oh, and then, okay, that works. Oh, you're right. So white doesn't do anything when the switch is off. And it does work when the switch is on. Okay, cool. That's good. So then we can use the button. We just need to use the green wire instead of the red wire because the red wire doesn't really do anything. Strange. But that's fine. Thanks. Thanks for the tip. Might turn off the left bottom camera, only shows the bottom. Yeah, that's true. We can turn it off real quick and turn it on when we need it. There we go. 72 people. Okay. Well, for me, that's a live streaming record. Thank you very much for joining. If you don't know what we're doing, we have this little Christmas box my girlfriend picked up somewhere in a trash heap dump, I guess. I'm not sure. And basically, the LED lighting is broken. She's like, "Hey, you're the LED guy. I want some pretty sparkly LED lights in there, so fix it for me." And well, that's what we're doing. So we're taking a look inside of the box to see what's in there and what we can use. So these are the wires to the LEDs. Yeah, it's all pretty thin. I might try and replace those. I'm not sure yet. But the wire the hole they go through is pretty tiny too. So we might just reuse those wires. Oh, actually we need 3 wires. So we'll have to add a wire, huh? Yeah, we'll have to add a wire. That's fine. So, since we're not using red, I'm just gonna stuff red down here. Oh wait, I should snip it off. In case something does suddenly start working. 75, awesome. Okay, so now we have positive is green, and then we have negative, and that's white. I really hate these tiny wires. Let me get some. So as you've probably seen in my videos, I'm a really big. I really like these wire ferrules, as I call them. So basically, if you have a stranded wire, and you can get these in several different thickness. Let's see if this works better. There we go. If you have a stranded wire, you strip off a piece of the insulation. Oh man, these are thin, but there's not going to be a lot of LEDs either. So.
What are you afraid of?
It's always harder to do things on camera.
I'm not afraid.
Nope, doesn't want to go in. Can I? Yeah, it's glued in there, so I can't screw it up. Yeah, we're putting a digital LED strip in it. I'm thinking of, I have some 144 per meter RGB Ws. Thinking that would be nice using WLED. So now that the wires in, oh, I was afraid of that. Damn it! These wires are just so incredibly thin. Okay, I'll have to tin them. That's fine too. Let me get my soldering stuff. Don't move the camera. There we go. So if it's too thin for the wire ferrules, I guess I'd turn the USB camera on this time. We can tin the wires, and that way we should be able to make a better connection. I like using wire ferrules better, but you know. They're so thin I can almost see them. Cool. Okay. Let me get a little fan running here. Because otherwise I'm going to die in fumes. Hold on just a second. There we go. So let me take a look at chat real quick. Getting some buffering and aliasing. Maybe you should lower the resolution. I'm actually streaming in 1440p with 60 FPS. As far as I can see, everything's going well. But let me know what you guys are experiencing in that regard. So let's just try and fix this wire a little bit. Okay. Let's do the green one. Basically do the same thing. So the tin wire, you basically just hold your soldering iron and the tin against it. And then move alongside it, like that. And the solder spreads and basically binds the wires together, so it's easier to use. And I think I'm going to put on some wire ferrules anyway. Because now that they're thicker, they should stick better. Of course, I made it too thick. That should be good. There we go. Another one of these. Here's sometimes hop and build. Okay, only is it just the main camera, like the big one, or on all the cameras? So while we're doing this, if you guys have any questions, well, put them in the chat and we'll see. Hi, any recommendations for hidden cameras? I haven't actually tested those or done anything with those. I mainly like the large 8 megapixel guys, and you don't really get those in spy camera or small camera format, I guess. So no real recommendations there. Yeah, the main camera, that's actually an IP camera. I've had glitching. Oh damn it! I can't get this solder right. A glitching issue with it before. Let me try and reinitialize it. That sometimes helps. So turned it off. Just 1 second. Okay, turn it back on again. It needs to fetch the stream. Okay, that looks better. Let's hope the camera behaves better now. Okay, that seems to fit now. Good, good, good. Okay, those are on there and those should stay on there. So there's a little trick I often do when I want to get these in some wire terminals. Because, let's take this one for instance. If you want to screw this in here, you try to push it in. Let me show you on that camera. It's often a bit hard to do so, and that's because this is round and this is not. So what I often do is I get a pair of pliers and I basically just squish the ferrule, and once that's done, it goes right in. So that's a little tip if you're using wire ferrules. Well, basically just squish them like this, and you'll have no problems getting them into screw terminals anymore. So, in camera software, did you ever try Blue Iris to monitor and record? Actually, I've looked at Blue Iris, but I use NX Witness myself as the NVR, and oh yeah, the LP camera is having issues. Why? I've been testing this the whole afternoon. Things have been fine. And now I'm actually doing something. Things are not fine. Let me move the chat up a little bit. There we go. Okay. Okay, let's hope that helped. So, no, I haven't tried Blue Iris monitor and record, but my NVR is always recording all my IP cameras, and NX Witness is currently also recording this IP camera. So, okay. So these are the original wires, and we're at least going to have to add one to those, because next to power we also need data. And I've ordered some very tiny wire, but I don't have some right here. Or maybe I do. Let's see. I guess we can use some of this. This is pretty tiny wire. These are DuPont cables. Normally I wouldn't recommend those for LEDs, but for a signal wire in this little box, that should be fine. I've looked at Blue Iris, but it's okay. But I like using NX Witness and like a Linux server, and don't need a graphics card for that. And it's all remote managed. It's expensive, I know, but yeah, I like it. I use it at the events too and stuff like that. So, but I'm not saying NX Witness is bad. I mean, either is fine, I think. Or Blue Iris is fine too, I think. So, okay, let's. Oh wow, these DuPont cables actually have more copper inside of them than the original LED cables. That makes me worried. Damn it. Yeah, I think we should replace all of them, but I don't know how I'm going to get them through this tiny little hole there. Any ideas why I can't see my Reolink camera feed? Just shows up a spinning wheel. I set up the camera streams. Where are you trying to find the feed, Dean? I just did my Real-Ink stream in HA, made lots of mistakes, made lots of mistakes, but finally got things working. Okay, maybe you can talk to Dean about how you did that. I've toyed with setting up cameras in Home Assistant. I got it working, but never really made a video about it. This main camera's glitching out. Sorry about that. Not sure what I can do about that right now. I guess I can just lower the bitrate. Okay, it's probably going to completely glitch out now. Okay, let's hope that fixes it. Yeah, I've been thinking about that, of pulling them through, but that hole's really tiny. And if I mess that up, it's gone. But this is just too little copper for what I want to do, so I guess so. And then I'd rather use this wire. These are just some giant spools I have of, it's actually silicone wire, because I like using that better than PVC. But we can just use some parts of that. Yeah, the main camera sometimes glitches out. I've seen that. I'm not sure how I can fix that right now, but I'll look at that for in the future. So, okay. Oh, I forgot to disable. Never mind. But I'll look at that in the future. For now, this camera should be fine, and this USB camera should be fine. And the glitching of the main camera, please help me get through it. Oh, okay, well that's not the same length. Okay. So we're going to use this as our... So orange is going to be data wire. And green is positive, we saw earlier. So we'll use that for positive, and then we'll use this for negative. Okay, thanks, Sharon. Yeah, live streaming, I mean, I've been testing this all afternoon. 0 issues. And of course, then you hit go live, and now it's glitching all over the place. Although, seemingly the bitrate change looks pretty okay now. But, we'll see. Okay. So it's fun you guys are hanging out with me. I really appreciate that. Okay. What should we do first? I guess we should pull the new wires through the old hole. I'm thinking I'm just going to solder those together, because then that would actually give a pretty tight bond. Oh, they made a little knot here. Probably so you can't pull it through, but I want to anyway. Yeah, okay, I'm not going to bother with that. More snipping! Second dimension's bitrate, it glitches up again. Yeah, sorry. I would like to get an HDMI top camera, but it's just so expensive to have one that can also do close-up shots and then have to capture it into the PC. And so, we'll make do for now. Hook up thousands of wires like Dr. Z's. Yeah, I watched that stream. That was fun. That was nice. So we want to strip these. If you don't have one of these stripping tools, oh man, my life sucked before I had one of those. It's so easy. All the lost fingernails and wires I had to recut. It's just incredible. Okay. So these all need to go together. So let me just put some, can you see that? Yeah, I guess so. So I'm putting some tin on the wire. And then I should be able to just push the other wire against it. And the same, oh, no. Sorry. I guess I should. Yeah, well, quality on cell phone cameras old, especially. I don't know. Let's see if I can make this into one hole. Okay, well that looks pretty decent. Yeah, you can't see that. Hold on. Focus, you bastard. Nope, no focusing. Okay, well, yeah, they're soldered together. And now we take the original ones. I really don't think this is gonna fit through the hole. I guess I should twist these up a little bit. Okay, twist those up. Let's connect these to that. Need to add a little bit of solder. Okay. And now let's solder those together. Okay. Yeah. That feels pretty strong. Let's see what happens, I guess. Can I see it on the camera maybe? Can I see where it goes? I guess so. Oh, whoa. Ha! Okay. Nice. That was easy. Cool. So, ha! Great success. Awesome. New wires. Okay, good. Let me just snip this off. Okay. So we don't have to worry about that anymore. I could have kept them longer, I guess. Wait, where's my data wire? Oh, here it is. Okay, let's pull that back a little bit. Because I don't need that much. Oh wait, I still need the solder, so I do need that much in the end. But I'm going to add some wire ferrules to this, so that way they can't be pulled through. Anyway. Okay. Just crimp it with the barrel connector. On the dig... Not sure what you mean with that. Hey Quinder, on the Dig-Uno, I'm using WLED. What pins can I connect a button to? Well, I believe he uses GPIO 1, and I do not have that mapped on the QuinLED-Dig-Uno. So you'd have to compile a custom version where you change that pin. But I have been talking with AirCookie, and he's thinking about making the ESP32 version a bit more configurable, because on the 8266 you're really limited to what pins you can and cannot use for LEDs and stuff like that. But on the ESP32 there's no such limits because it's way faster. So maybe, hopefully in the future, there'll be a version where you could just set the pin number in the app or in the web page, and then you can configure it as you want. But currently, you'll have to recompile it. There's this NB wrapper something. You'll have to recompile that, and that should get it to work. Big T-bone steak. Okay, thanks for joining, Kenneth. So let's tin this a little bit. And let's tin that and that. More wire ferrules. I really hate stranded wire, except if I use these things, then it's fine. So, that reminds me, I wanted to thank everyone who used my links during AliExpress, the 11th of the 11th sale on AliExpress. That video got a lot more views than I initially anticipated, and well, I certainly saw some orders going through on the 11th of the 11th. So anyone who used my link, thank you very much. It helps me buy and do all the kind of crap, and actually ordered close to $500 of stuff for projects I want to do on the channel, and well, the affiliate commission you guys give me helps me pay for that, so thank you. Hello from Australia. Well, that's a bit closer by than Australia, but guten Tag Heinz, ich spreche auch ein bisschen Deutsch, aber nicht so viel. Sorry, what's the name of that wire stripper, please? Well, this is an original Knipex. I think that's an international brand. Don't know. But I have some linked on my QuinLED equipment and tools page. Let me get that for you. Copy link address. There we go. I believe I have one of those tools listed on there. This Knipex is like $50-60. And the Chinese ones, I have some of those too. I've tested those. Those are fine, and they're only like $10. So I really advise you to get one of those if you don't use them that often. Oh, it's a German. Yeah, Knipex is a German brand. That could be. Okay, so now we have lots of wires and a red one we don't need again. So, I already have some... Well, where am I stuck? Okay. This is my my box of finished QuinLEDs. There. So, I guess we're just going to take one. Do I have one with an ESP? There we go. This one should be fine. Okay. So we don't really have to worry about this part because we just input the white and the green to this one, and then we use the outputs of this one on these cables. So we just need to make sure, well, we actually need to solder an LED strip to these wires here. Have you used your own link to buy those from Ali? Well, it works with cookies and stuff, so I think I've gotten some affiliate commission over the things I buy myself, but most platforms don't allow that. If you do that with Amazon, they'll fine you for it and ban you and do all kinds of crap. So I don't tend to do that, but yeah. Okay. Let me get the LED strip. Okay, 76 people watching. Hey guys. Hold on just a second. Okay, let me try and fix that camera real quick. I'm going to switch scenes. Not to this. Okay. And switching back. Let's hope that helps. Not sure why it isn't helping. So this is 5 volt SK6812 RGB W. Oh, it actually has connectors on both sides. Okay. Well, we don't need that. So how long can we use? Let's see. Where can I find your LED controller? Check on QuinLED.info. And that has all the information you'd ever want to know about those, I think. And if not, let me know and I'll put it there. So, looking at the LED strip, how many can we fit? I guess we shouldn't go overboard too much. So something like this. Yeah, that should look pretty nice. What do you guys think? So how many LEDs is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 LEDs. Okay, sure. Let me get my scissors. And let's cut them here. Okay. Now, these digital LED strips, they have an orientation. So as you can see here, there's an arrow. So although the wires are soldered to this side, we're going to have to manually solder the wires to this side. Oh, I didn't leave much pads. Okay, stupid me. Yeah, that's going to be a pain in the ass. Okay, we're using one LED less because I cut it in the middle of the pads, but that way I can't really solder to the pads. So we're sacrificing a pixel. Too bad. Okay, so now we have a good pad we can solder to. And we also have to remove the wire on this side because we're not going to use that. We don't need to do any voltage injection or stuff like that for something this small. So I'm just going to cut it off. Okay, so this will be our strip. And we'll worry about how we're going to angle it or something like that later on. But since the wires are on that side, we'll have to solder them there. Okay, let's put this away for now. No, we can't put that away for now. We need the wires. Damn it. Oh, this is going to be interesting. How much can I pull through? Quite a lot. Okay, nice. So, we need to attach this to there. Yeah, it should be doable. So we said green would be plus because that's also the same on the thing itself. And then orange would be data, and then purple would be ground or negative. Okay? So we take our trusty wire snippers again, and we just snip off a teensy amount. Okay, that's too teensy. There we go. Okay, so now we have some little tips we can work with. I guess I can show you for that camera. Yep. 78 people. They just keep coming. Where do I put all this stuff? Okay. Is this still in the shot? Yes, it is. And I can just move this a little bit. Because this is always a bit tricky. Basically, I'll get a heavy object. Yeah, that's not... Oh, well, you'll have to do with the top down, which is glitching, but... Oh, can somebody paste the Discord link? You can get it in the intro channel, I think. You can see it on there. And otherwise, I'll try and do it later. Okay. Do I want heat shrink? Yes, I think I do. But I don't have heat shrink that's wide enough. I have some ordered that's wide enough, but I don't have some right now. Okay. Damn it. This stupid camera. Why is it doing that? Let me just try and change one more setting on that camera because it's irritating the hell out of me. Nope. Sorry guys, hold on just a second. Okay, 82 people watching. People just keep on coming. Welcome everyone. We're trying to make some new LED strip in this Christmas thingy my girlfriend bought for cheap. And she's like, hey, you can fix those LEDs, they're broken. And we're trying to put a QuinLED controller in there, which is this little guy. There we go. And some 144 LEDs per meter RGBW SK6812 strip. Yeah, it started after I zoomed out. Yeah, I think so too, but well, zoomed in this isn't going to work, so other way around. Okay, I think I'm going to tin those wires. Oh, I need to tin the pads first. Okay, tin the pads. Hi everyone. Adi photo. Okay. And then I need to tin the wires. So the trick is to tin both sides, so that when you try and join it, it's basically solder joining to itself, and that makes the soldering of the wires a lot easier. Okay. Okay, I have to move this a little bit closer. Sorry, I'll show you guys when it's done, because I don't really think I can get a camera on there real quick. Let me just do it real quick and then I'll show you.
Very much alike.
Okay, that should be it. So, let me take this and take this. Okay, here's the connection I made. So I'm going to get that framed right.
Very much alike.
Focus. Doesn't want to.
All right. I'll tell you the truth.
Well, close enough. So we're using green for positive, orange for data, and then purple for negative. And I think these connections will work. Hold on, there's a loose little strand here. Can't have that. Okay. Yeah, soldering, you know, you got to get the hang out of it, and then it can become fun, but I can understand being frustrated with it. So let's see if I can still get to the wires. I should be able to. Yeah. Oh no, they're sparkly all over my desk. Damn it. Why does girlfriend buy sparkly shit and then give it to me like, hey, you do something with it? Okay, why are these wires stuck? Okay, there we go. So, feeding the wires back. And then we will do our first test. Come on. This hole... this hole really isn't made for this. I guess we need more force. I'm going to snap those wires. Okay. Try and get that kind of flush. Okay. Yeah, we'll figure out how to attach this later on. First thing I think we should do is kind of test the whole construction. Are you going to use a battery or connect it to a power adapter? I'm going to connect it to a power adapter. The design for the QuinLED board or the ESP WLED software, etc., isn't really battery optimized, so we're just going to use an adapter. Damn, I tried doing exactly that last weekend and ended up frustrating myself. That's what I said. Soldering, you need to get the hang of it. I did a tutorial video on how to solder LED strip, and then you see you need to tin both the pads and the wire, and then just press it together, do some heat shrink, and you're done. Sorry. And once you've done that a few times, it's actually pretty easy. How's the camera been? I haven't been paying attention. Looks okay. Well, okay, so we have incoming wires. Let me flatten those. And if I remember correctly, the green one was positive and the white one was negative on the connector on the outside. And there we go. Camera is good. Nice. Hey, Dr. Z's is here. Hey, Dr. Z's. We're like doing something for the girlfriend. So she gave me this little Christmas ornament box with like broken ass LEDs, and she got it for like $2 in the some kind of store. And she's like, you know, LEDs, make me some new LEDs in this. And well, that's what we're doing. So I made an LED strip here, and we threaded the wires through, and now we're connecting a QuinLED module to see if it works. That's actually a tip for you, Dr. Z, in case you missed it. If you ever want to connect these wire ferrules into a screw terminal, take a plier or whatever and flatten them. That way they go in 100 times easier. So this was supposed to be negative, I believe, positive, and then this is data. Okay. For one, he has built a level shifter so you can use more distance. Yeah. Fuse protection. Oh, you're talking about the Dig-Uno board? Yeah, so you can use an 8266 or a ESP32. And reverse polarity input and output protection. There's a fuse on there. You can use 12 volt or 12. You can use 5 volt or 12 volt if you attach the optional DC-DC converter. And there's some extra GPIO pins you can select and stuff like that. Your cameras look awesome. Yeah, I've revamped my setup. So, we can talk about that. This guy is the really old webcam, but it does pretty well focused up close. And then this guy is an 8 megapixel 30 fps IP camera, which can also focus pretty up close. And then this one is just my main camera, so that's a Panasonic G7 with a very good lens on there though, which is using HDMI out to an HDMI capture card. Yeah, and we're streaming in 1440p 60 fps. I actually had to have an old PC here. It's like a quad core water cooling and 2 video cards, but you know, and that's doing all the OBS stuff and things like that. Let's see here. I need a fuse, but I can just borrow one from another board. I keep getting stuck. Let's borrow a fuse from this board. 3 amps, 10 amps. 10 amps sounds good. No, wait, 3 amps sounds good. We don't need 10 amps. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I like these fuse holders. They can actually take mini, micro, and the large fuses. So then we take our ESP8266. And I'm hoping WLED is on here, because I'm not exactly sure. You'll be 720p again tomorrow. Get someone to help you with that. And if you need some help from me, I can do that. That's no problem. But yeah. Please use the board and hand it over to the girlfriend. When I see the face, I think she'll be happier with this. Pretty sure. Pretty sure. Yeah, the IP camera sometimes is a bit glitchy, but it seems to be working okay now. Mean will protect nothing. Okay. Now I need 5 volts. Hold on. Let me get a power supply. Oh, doesn't have one. Okay. Okay, so I have a 200 watt 5 volt power supply. That should be enough, right? 40 amps. I mean, yeah, should suffice. That's basically the reason why I use these fuses, because a 40 amp power supply, if you short it somewhere on these tiny wires and stuff like that, it's not going to cut out because it's rated too high for what we're doing, but the 3 amp fuse in here will. So that's why I recommend fuses in your LED projects, because if you mismatch your power supply, which I can understand, well, these wires would just burn up. I mean, Dr. Z's has been demonstrating this somewhat. And with the fuse in there, the fuse would just burn up and cut off all power, and it's fine. Let me get this little block I had. And this should fit in here. 3 amps is too much. Well, it's only, with 5 volt, it's only 15 watts. I mean, 3 amps should be fine. Before the wires actually, like, melt. The fuse should melt first. Yeah, I'm looking forward to your stream tomorrow night, Dr. Z's. Should be able to make it. Interesting. I saw on the Discord you got LED effects working, so that'd be cool. So let's see how we can do this. I guess so. So right now it's off. So, are we going to have smoke? I don't know. Let's see how we can do this. I guess so. Yeah, now we can see most stuff in the camera. Let me plug this in and see if it explodes. If the stream cuts off, well, I'll try and get back. Should be okay. Huh. Ah, well, okay. Power switch seems to be working, because the power supply is on, I think. Is it? Yeah, power supply is on, but this thing isn't because of the switch. So let's turn on that switch. Ooh, okay. Node MCU turned on. But it's not giving me LED output yet. So I don't know if WLED is actually on that. I haven't set it to 12 volts, right? No. No. I don't know if WLED is on this board. Nope, that's not the right one. I actually don't think WLED is on this board. Yeah, because the LEDs are also aren't lining up. Okay. Hey, we have a power switch. That's nice. Okay, let me get some other boards. Hold on. Okay. Call 911 abort. It's 112 here. That's right. One LED went on and off. Oh. Didn't see that. Okay. Well, let's just try this board. Let's see. Because I wasn't seeing it in WLED either. And when WLED boots, it basically should light up 30 LEDs, I think. So... Ah, there we go. Nice. So WLED is definitely on here. Yep, I have. Can you see that? Somewhat, I guess. Okay, so WLED, and we need to fix it because we have RGBW, and I believe we said we had 13 LEDs. I'm not sure. 13 is the right number, right? Save. Okay, so to make sure I have the right number of LEDs, 12, 11, let me fix this real quick to see how much amperage it's going to use. Oh right, I need to reboot it. It's still showing all the LEDs. How did that happen? Okay, let's go for 5. Save. And then let's change the color. Okay, well, okay. Yeah, that's right. So let's go for 10. If I don't know exactly how long an LED strip is, I basically go a lower number and then just change colors until all of them change colors. And this is missing, how many is this missing? 3. So we need to add 3. So this was 10. Okay, well 13 was the right number. Who said that? Dust Lion Games. You're right, you're right. Dust Lion Games, I guess. So now if we go blue. Yep, we go blue. And okay, the colors are correct. That's nice. Master brightness. Wow. Nice. Okay, let's put that down a little bit. Can we do, like, effects? Yeah, well, this is maybe a bit much for in this tiny little thing. But that means our wiring is working. So we can finish our wiring and then we'll look at it, how it looks in the end. So the wiring works to the LEDs. That means I did a good solder job. The power switch is working. Nice. Okay. Well, not much left to do then, I guess. So, I need to mount this in here. And I'm going to rely on my trusted and true method. And that's using Velcro. I Velcro all the things. I have so many LED controllers Velcroed everywhere. To the wall, to the desk, to I don't know where. I think it's actually pretty bad, but you know, I like it's still removable from the place you place it at least. So first LED next to one LED. Oh, okay, we're past that, I think. Okay, so let's measure the Velcro. Yep. Hold on, I'll show you guys in a minute. Okay. So we have the QuinLED module, and we have these Velcro strips, and basically what I'm going to do is just stick them on the back. Especially since this module, there's not going to be a whole lot of power running through it, so that should be fine. There's nothing metal inside of this box either, so... Okay, and then the way 88 watching, nice. Yeah, that's certainly a new record for me. So then I just put it on here with the sticky side facing upward. Okay. And then we need to find a spot for it on the inside. Here would be nice. I think that could work. So we verified that the wiring was all working. So I think, let me see if this works. Okay. No, go further down. Uh-oh. Okay. Yep, right there. Sorry, I'll try and show you. So I'm sticking it down right there, because that's the most flat surface. Can you see it in there? Okay. Okay, wiring is all in there. Let's see if it still works. Okay, there we go. Yep, it's lighting up orange. That means that WLED booted. Okay. Now, originally it had this as a bottom. That doesn't really look that well. It just needs to stand on there, I guess. I guess it only needs to make only need to make sure it doesn't fall out, but it's velcroed in there. So if we put it down like this, it should. Oh, there we go. You can see it on the small camera. That's actually fine. But do we want to close that up? Do we want to close that up, and how would we do that? Does anybody have a good idea? DIY LED is the new hotness. Well, I certainly think so. Indeed, buying $2 and $20 of equipment. Well, once you have the $20 of the equipment, you can do more $2 projects. 90 people watching. Damn. Hey guys, we're working on this little Christmas ornament here that my girlfriend handed to me. He's like, I picked this broken ass piece of shit up for $2 and the LEDs aren't working, so you're the LED man, you should fix it. And well, that's what we're doing right now. And well, the controller is actually already in. We're using a QuinLED-Dig-Uno. That's a controller I developed myself. I guess I could show you here. It's velcroed in there right now, and we used the original wiring here, and then we made some new wiring to an LED strip here. So for the LED strip, well, we'll have to turn it on. Okay, how would we do that? So if we'd stick it just here, how would that look? Woman approval factor. Yeah, wife, woman, yeah. Yeah, this is going all out to score some points here. I mean, yeah, that's very true. Do you put your WLED version to your website? Actually, in the current releases, there is one. The normal one will work on the QuinLED-Dig-Uno with an ESP8266, so you don't need any special version for that. And then there is a GPO 16 version, which is also on the AirCookie GitHub releases page, which is for a QuinLED-Dig-Uno or Uno with an ESP32. So you don't need any. You don't need to do anything yourself. And all my info is on QuinLED.info if you want to know more about the controller and stuff like that. So, are we just gonna stick this in here like this? Looks pretty good. And then it'll shine some light on the table too, I think. Let's see here. Yeah. That's pretty nice, isn't it? Let's change the color and see how that works. There's a lot of light in this room, so the effect probably won't be as good. But okay, there we go. Yeah, so blue, red, green. Make it do funky stuff. Let me turn that down. Speed, lowest it can go. Intensity. Yeah, that's working pretty well, isn't it? Hot glue for that too? Yeah, maybe we'll try and stick it in there first, and then maybe add some dabs of hot glue in a bit. So let me turn this off. Okay. So I was holding it right here, so that's over the little gap that was there before. So I think I'm going to use the sticky tape on the back, and then probably add some hot glue here and here to keep it in place. Okay, let's remove this. I know I've told this before, but you see this glue on the back that actually has two purposes. One is to, well, provide a sticky surface so you can stick the LED strip somewhere. But two, the second thing it does is actually insulate the copper points from the LED strip to whatever you're sticking it onto. Because you want to stick it to metal, and that's why the copper points are on the back, so the warmth can bleed through the copper. But because you want to stick it normally in an aluminum channel to try and divert that heat away from the LEDs. But the sticky layer also is an insulating layer electrically. So it'll allow through the heat, but it'll keep the electrics from shorting out on the aluminium profile. So now you know. The sticky stuff has two purposes. I've seen people try and do all kinds of crazy stuff not to short out their LED strip, and I'm like, but that's what the glue is there for. I guess not. I just hit the bell. Okay. Oh, nice. Thanks. Thank you for, like, you know, notifications. It's going to be a disco Christmas this year. Yeah, that's for sure. Okay, well, that's actually sticking on there pretty well. But I think I'll add some hot glue anyway, because, well, we all know how that goes. Oh, it's sticking in there pretty well, no problem, it'll stick there for years. 5 minutes later, and the LED strip's like dangling on the ground or something like that. So, I'll add some hot glue. Let me get my glue gun. I think I should hire Dr. Z's as my community manager. He's doing a great job. Thanks, 2012 Ananomusa. So, can we buy the complete controller, or do we have to buy the separate parts? Well, that's actually I wanted to talk about in this video. I am talking to a PCB manufacturer about producing completed QuinLED boards. Or QuinLED-Dig-Uno boards, to be more specific. So I'm looking into doing maybe a run of 50 or 100 boards to see how that goes. That's going to cost me a pretty penny to set it all up and front it, or front up the costs, basically. Front up the pay up front. That's it. But yeah, I am looking into being able to send out pre-assembled boards. So that's just for in this live stream. There's nothing final yet, but I am talking to them, and I hope we can get down to a price I like. Because doing it yourself will always be cheaper. You'll probably be able to buy or make 2 or 3 of these boards for the component cost, which is basically the same component cost I have, for one pre-completed or pre-soldered board. So I'll be your US distributor. We'll talk about that. Any new good white analog LED strip recommendations? The color diode strips are still great, but I have 3 different strips on the way to test, and I'm preparing to do a white LED color strip video. So keep watching the channel for that. Yeah, well, hopefully I'll get it done before Christmas, Emmanuel. But pre-installed WLED. I'm not sure you're actually allowed to do that. But putting in the USB cable can't be the challenge. If you are not able to put in the USB cable, start ESP Home Flasher, and flash a little binary, I don't think it's the product for you. Okay, let's see if we have some hot glue. Yeah, we do. Okay. Oh wow, this is yellowed out over the years. Okay, I don't use my hot glue gun often enough. So let's just put a dab right here. Come on. Oh man, this sticky stuff. Okay. Yeah, well, I think people should be okay to flash it on there themselves. That looks okay-ish. Can I show you on here? Nope. Turn it away. There we go. Okay, so that's kind of stuck. And I'll get some on the other side of the cables too, just to make sure. And then it should stay in there. Might have to clean that up in a bit. Yeah, I'm not that good with hot glue, as you can see. Okay, well that should come off in a moment. Need to move it further this way for you guys to see. Okay. Okay, I made a hot glue mess. Let me turn that off. We gotta convince Sonoff to preload Tesmoda. Yeah, that's definitely true. That is definitely true. Well, that's not going anywhere. Good. Very good. Okay, so let's give you guys the premium view. How is this stuck? Oh, there we go. Okay, turn the power supply on. Put in the cable and turn it on. Ah, nice. I'm not sure I'm going to get her or not. Let me see if I can get a nice effect. So someone has said a Christmas effect. I don't know which version of WLED is running on here. Halloween. And then we should set colors, I guess. So let's set it to green. Second color, red. Yeah, this one doesn't support that. Try chase. Yeah, pretty good. I'll have to turn off the studio lights, I guess. Yeah, hot glue will tend to do that. But normally you won't be looking at the LEDs. You'll look at the... let's see what that does. Ah, there we go. Normally you'll be looking at the top down, so you won't be able to see the LEDs or the glue, stuff like that. So, what do we guys think? Should I get my girlfriend to come and watch what we built? I'm only halfway proud of it. Let's see what this does. Oh, very nice. Yeah, this will be the disco Christmas for sure. Color twinkle. Maybe that will fix things up. There we go. That's nice. Cool. Okay. Do we have a Christmas palette? We should ask Air Cookie to add a Christmas palette. Analogus. Only if we play Wham. Okay, I'll go get her and try and get her on the camera. But I'm not sure she's willing, basically. But we'll see. We'll see. So, let me turn the lights on again. That's all QuinLED controlled, so that's awesome. I'll be right back. Hold on. I'll leave you with the Christmas show. No, wait. No, it has to be a surprise, of course. So I'll turn it off. There we go. Subtle isn't a thing with LEDs. Nope, certainly isn't. Thanks, Anthony. I'm going to go get her, or see if she wants to. Hold on. Okay. Well, that wasn't too bad. She's playing League of Legends, and she's ranked, and she's like gold, platinum, whatever. So she cannot come right now, but she promised once this match is over, she'll be here. And let's set a default starting pattern while she isn't here yet. Well, actually, Sly Echo, you can set a preset or a pattern you want it to start up with. So let's see what's nice. Hold on just a second. Okay. Twinkle Fox, is that a good one? Yeah, and then we need to set the colors. So let's set it to green and red. Can we do that? Yep, that looks pretty good. 2020 resolution, learning to solder like Quinder. Nice. Thanks, Dr. Z's. Thanks, Filippo. Felipe Go. Okay, so this effect's pretty good. We can change the brightness. Oh, that should be fine. Okay, so let's save this as preset 1. Let me guys show you. Okay, and then I believe we go here and we go to LED preferences and we say no. Set current color, brightness and effects as boot default, and set preset as cycle at boot cycle, whatever. Okay, save. So if we now turn this off, okay. Would it be a nice idea to do a meetup with Quinder in the Netherlands? Maybe at some point, but I always feel I'm not big enough for that. And I actually had to skip the HA State of the Union this year because at a work thing I'm still a bit sick and stuff like that. So, 100 viewers. Awesome. That's nice. So, if I turn this on now, what will happen? Yep, there it goes. So now it goes immediately back to the effect. Thanks for joining, Dr. Z's. See you tomorrow. Yeah, let me... Yeah, that's pretty nice. Boards and almost 100 euro of AliExpress already on the way. Thank you very much for trying out the boards and using my links. That's very much appreciated. I know it doesn't seem like much, but it actually really helps buying supplies and things I want to do for videos and stuff like that. And not have to ask for sponsoring or rely on companies and stuff like that. So I really appreciate that. Thank you. Fill the Ziggo Dome with QuinLEDs. I think wireless will break. I don't know. That doesn't seem like the best idea. Okay, guys, I think she's here. Here, come on. So, well, I'll try and get her in the shot, I guess. That one's live, that one's YouTube. So, okay, so you have to come here.
Okay.
And I made you a little box, and we're still using the original terminal.
That's nice.
And the on-off switch also works.
Okay.
I haven't found a way for well, this the bottom doesn't really matter. So
That's okay.
we still need to fix this. Damn And well, I made an LED strip here,
Yeah.
and it's
Yes.
and
This looks so cool.
so now we just flip the switch, and then it turns on, and you
Oh
can.
my god.
It does all kinds of.
That's insane.
It does all kinds of twinkly effects, like that. See?
Yeah, that's really awesome.
And you can use an app.
What camera am I even looking at?
There's lots of cameras.
Okay.
Here. Okay. And you can use an app on the phone to make it do all kinds of different patterns and colors and stuff like that.
That's so cool.
So yeah.
Gregor was also
So how many points do I get for this?
gazillion.
A gazillion points, guys! Yes!
Oh,
Okay.
I was supposed to say over 9,000.
Well, over 9,000 is good too.
Gazillion is
Okay.
also over 9,000.
Okay, okay.
Thank you, boy.
Why? So, okay. That was a gazillion points, so that's good. Yeah, well, we've been streaming for about 2 hours now. So I think we'll do some little Q&A and then end the stream, because we have to end at some point. Although 90 people are still watching. So yeah, as I mentioned before, I am looking into pre-made QuinLED boards. They'll be more expensive than you can build yourself because, well, I basically have to build or get them built. And buy the parts and stuff like that. And I'm just going to pay the same amount for the parts as you would yourself. And then have to add postage and stuff like that. So I am looking into that. They will be a bit more expensive. I'm trying to get them like around $25-30 a piece. Would you buy one for that price? They will fully integrate with WLED, Home Assistant, with WLED, and all kinds of stuff like that. So they're very versatile, as you can see. But would you buy one for that, for instance? Do the new Deca now, maybe? I've been streaming for 2 hours, so we have to cut it off at some point. I'll once the Deca is actually working and fully functional, I'll make a video about that for sure, though. Let me have 5. Nice. I want 2. Okay. Well, I'm going to try and make them or get them made and keep the costs as low as possible. I'm not in this for the profit, as you guys know. I just want to have easy LED controllers for everyone, and I do understand not everyone wants to solder them. Although they're very easy to solder, I still understand that. So getting all the parts for 10 board isn't cheap and simple either. I get that. I wish I could just give you a kit or something like that, but that alone would double or triple the cost, so that really isn't worth it. So yeah. I'll build it myself, hope it's not Hybris. Yeah, that would include the ESP, I think. Okay, cool, cool. So, any other questions about LEDs or stuff like that? I mean, we can do another 5 minutes or so. Okay, we'll do another 10 minutes, then it's 10 o'clock, and that should have been exactly 2 hours since I started streaming. Yeah, getting the parts is cheap, just a bit of pain and wait that can be long. Yes, that is very true. 35-ish? Tweakers is a big community, you'll sell them easily. I haven't found a good topic on digital or addressable LEDs on Tweakers, really. There's the Home Assistant topic, which I sometimes post my Home Assistant videos to, but not really one for stuff like that. Maybe if you do know one, drop it on the Discord server. Actually, for everyone, if you want to, join the club, join the Discord server. Let me just put the link here. There we go. Yeah, so if you want to hang out more and maybe ask questions if you're building the controller or LED questions in general or server or any other topic of this channel, join the Discord server. And that's the best way to do that. Because I'm there often. But so are other people. And who knows, maybe someone else can answer your questions instead of me alone. Hey, Sick Hack. Oh, Sick Hacker signing in at the end. What's this? Were you too busy playing Elite? So what was the board you use and the LEDs? So the LEDs are, well, let me get that string. These are SK6812 with 144 LEDs per meter. And then it has RGBW. So you can do red, green, and blue. And also it has a separate white channel. If you want to see the LED strip I recommend for digital LEDs, you should take a look at this link. There we go. Where do you order your parts? I am an AliExpress kind of guy. So I order everything from AliExpress. It takes a while, but mostly I just order 2 or 3, even if I just need 1. Because then I'll have it in stock. And yeah, I don't have to wait too long. COD has been downloading since 1500. 33 gigabytes left. Your connection sucks. Or the servers suck. But that's a really long time to wait. Damn. So the board I used was a QuinLED-Dig-Uno. If you'd like to learn more about the boards, check out QuinLED.info. There is also a video about the QuinLED-Dig-Uno on my channel. There are several videos about it. And it explains what it does and what you can use it for. But basically it's for addressable LEDs. Can't see link. Am I not allowed to post links as Quindor? Okay, hold on. Let me do it on this PC, I guess. Let me try another feature I prepared, but I didn't use. There we go. So this is QuinLED.info, and it's my website about everything LED. So for the QuinLED-Dig-Uno, now I need this one. This is the QuinLED-Dig-Uno. It's a board. It describes what kind of features it has, the power handling and stuff like that. And then I have a hardware guide, which guides you through all the components you need and where to order them, with ordering links for AliExpress and Amazon and Banggood, although not all, because I use AliExpress mostly myself. And it shows you all the components you're going to need. And then there is a soldering guide, which has pictures where all the components go. And then it also has a video basically showing you how to solder the board and put it all together. And in the end, you'll end up with a fully working board. And then there's programming guides and stuff like that. So if you wanted to use WLED, for instance, there's a WLED tutorial. And it'll show you and guide you through flashing WLED to the controller on the board. And then you can use the app like I just showed you. Let's change that back. What did I miss? Oh wait, I need to post the link, I guess. Hold on. So for the LEDs I like to use, that is this link. And then for the tools and equipment you saw me use during this video, that is this link. But again, all the links are in QuinLED.info, and you should be able to find everything you need. So let me see the chat. 35 down, 7 up. Okay. Oh, okay. 133 gigabytes for a game? Are you downloading half the internet? That's going to take a while on 35 Mbits. Damn. Okay. Any good case for the Dig-Uno? I believe there is a case on Thingiverse you can print, and I've tested that one, and it's pretty good. You, Dr. Z's, and other YouTubers were bad for my wallet. I bought a bunch of stuff from AliExpress on the 11th of the 11th for home automation and LEDs. Yeah, don't you know it? I did exactly the same thing, so yeah, I know. Well, at least you get 2 gigabytes of game per euro. Well, yeah, you can look at it that way. Any boxes recommended for the board, specifically WP? Oh, waterproofing? I haven't dealt with waterproofing yet myself, but basically the regular way you do that using a project box and some weatherproofing glands, that will work. I have a very secret upcoming project for that. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I am planning on doing some stuff which will include some waterproofing and using QuinLED boards outside. Yeah, I'm not going to say more about that. Hopefully in December we'll get some videos about that. Bought too much. Yeah. Now we're just waiting for it to arrive. Huh? Okay. Any burning questions? Are SK6812 supported by WLED? Yes. These, exactly these, are actually SK6812 RGBWs. And I have other videos on my channels using SK6812 WWA, so warm white, cold white, and amber. So if you don't want RGB effects, you can use those to get some white color effects and have pixel adjustable white lights. I've really enjoyed your video on AliExpress. It would be nice to see more recommendations for stuff from you to buy. I was really surprised people watched that video, as much as they did. I think 2,000, 2,500 people. Because normally when I make videos about AliExpress, people are like, we don't really want to watch that, so So I was kind of debating if I should make it or not, but it turned out really well, and I think it definitely helped people using my affiliate links, so that's good for me. So that's nice to hear. I'll maybe make more in the future. Thank you. Do a 3D printer video once. Yeah. I've been playing with my 3D printer recently, but I still haven't dialed it in, and I don't really have the time to do that, so I'll think about it in the future. Maybe make some upgrades to it first, and then if it prints well, I can do some more videos about it. Thanks for the live stream. I had fun watching it. Definitely will be joining next time. Thank you, Ewan. That's very nice to hear. There's lots of stores to choose from, so we'll like to get recommendations from the ones you've tried. Okay, well, for the LED stuff, all the links to AliExpress are stores and links I have used myself and products I've used myself, so I can definitely recommend those, but I'll keep that in mind for future videos. Your videos are more serious, topic-wise, I mean, that's very welcome. Okay, I actually should put a bit more humor in my videos. They're mostly a bit bland, I guess. So I'll try and do that, but I don't want to sacrifice the actual content either, because I want people to actually understand what I'm trying to tell them. So, yeah. Great stream, lots of fun and info. Okay. I have an Ender 3, Mr. Fat. Maybe I can make a few videos about virtualization. Well, I just did my server video with the 100 terabyte server and Proxmox. I still have to make the final episode of that. But in reality, I've actually gone a bit further, and I'm currently running a Proxmox cluster. So I'm thinking about making some videos about that in 2019. But I'm still working that out. There's more LED stuff and things like that coming first. No fake humor, just more bloopers or genuine moments, I guess, that I now edit out. And maybe it's more fun to keep those in there. I don't know. I try to be a perfectionist, and then it gets a bit bland, so, When the video about HA and Proxmox? It might be next year. I first need to get some time. I have some time off at the end of the year, but I'm still planning for some projects, so I'll have to see when I can do that. Thanks for your time and help with LEDs. Thank you for watching. Your chickies on cam. Well, the chicken cam isn't live right now, but yeah, I've shown the chickens before. More raw content? Yeah, if you guys like that, if you do. Otherwise, no, but yeah. Be professional, that's enough. Okay. Thanks for all you do. Don't change. Okay, well, those are good words, then I guess I'm doing it right. Cool. Okay, well, the clock hit 2200, so I'm going to sign off. Thank you all for watching. We actually hit a new peak, 100 people watching at the same time. That is awesome. And I'll try and do live streams more often. I've created this elaborate setup now to do these things. They're still a little bit glitchy sometimes, especially this guy here. But I'll try and do these more often and hang out with you guys. And if you want to hang out more often, check out the Discord server. Thanks, and see you guys later. Bye-bye.